In today's video, we find out what happens when every single boss and NPC meets each other inside of Fortnite Chapter 3, Season 3. This is going to be a super exciting one and one I've been waiting for a very long time. If you are new around here, don't forget to tap that subscribe. Roughly 98% of you guys watching aren't already subscribed, so tap it. I have no idea why so many of you guys aren't subscribed, but tap it, guys. It would mean the world to me. Now, the plan for today's video was to take all of the NPCs over to the Underwriters No Sweat Insurance building inside of Tilted, inside the pit over there. That's all of these on the map that I'm circling right now over to this location, including the Ghost Henchman, the Shadow Henchman, the IO Guard, and even the Trespasser. We'll have to keep an eye out for their car rotation and try and steal their car and drive them over during this. I think we can do it though, so this is the plan. Let's try and pull it off. So jumping straight into the game, you can see the first thing we did was dive in towards Tilted Towers. Now, Tilted was the first location we needed to go to because we needed to clear the No Sweat pit, because this is the pit we're going to be using to get all the NPCs to meet each other. So we head over here, we grab a car, we get it set, and we should be set to go to knock down this entire building. It doesn't take too long, just simply driving around, we should be able to knock down this building, and then we have to reinforce it as well, obviously, because NPCs can now mantle, and bosses can as well, and Darth also has a crazy jump. So we're going to have to reinforce this building. But here's a little clip of the building falling down. It's pretty awesome, and I do love the No Sweat building, but taking it down was definitely necessary for this because we needed the huge pit area for every single possible boss. You know, there's a lot of bosses in the game. There's over 30 of them, so it's pretty crazy to get every single one in this pit. But yeah, we got it clear, we got it set to go, and we started reinforcing it with, for now, stone walls. We will upgrade these throughout, but this should do for now to keep the NPCs inside of it. So yeah, we were here, we have already started moving them. Fish Stick was one of the first ones to arrive. I sent in my team to allocate all of the different NPCs and bring them over on cars, which doesn't take too long for them to do. Everyone's grabbing all the NPCs and we just simply put them in. Here's a little clip of me moving the scientist over later on in the video, but I thought I'd show it now just so you can see what's going on when we're moving these NPCs. It's really not too difficult. You just simply get them on the car and just drive them over, and that's basically what we're doing. Now, moving on to the next section, we had all the NPCs basically inside the pit. I'm talking to Blackcott here, waiting for someone to fish and run them in. In he goes, nicely like that. And you can see to my right and left, we have every single NPC inside of the pit almost. There's a few more to grab, but we have to go around the map and grab them all. It won't take too long. Most of the footage I have, sadly, is just me overseeing the project, as these things take hours to pull off and even days of planning. So the next one we had was the Shadow Henchman and the IO Guard. This one was a little bit weird because we had to wait for the IO Guard to leave the car and then rob the car off the IO Guard and get the Shadow Henchman, which means we have to drive the Shadow Henchman now over to Tilted Towers. But the downside was we would now have to shockwave and impulse the actual IO Guard over to Tilted. So my team were doing that while I decided to take the easy route and take the Shadow Henchman over, because he was so much easier to travel over in the car, because he's literally just sat next to me in the car. You can see his name here, and eventually he arrives at Tilted. Now, another problem we have is the Shadow Henchman will drive the car. Look, I didn't know this, but look, he takes the car off me and he's like, no. I'm like, get out, and he just keeps driving. But luckily these henchmen don't run you over, so if you stand in front of them, they just stand still. Like, they don't drive the car, it's just a complete standstill, and that gives us the opportunity to try and flip the car. So I thought maybe we could use tires, because it's already got tires on the car, so maybe we could use tires to try and flip the car. And we've got a few shockwaves, but I need to kind of save them to get them in the pit, so we're going to use these tires, I guess, to flip the car. So let's try that. So here we can see, I'm trying to think, how can we flip the Shadow Henchman, because we need to get him out of the car, but we can't blow up the car because that will damage him, and we can't have him do anything else really, otherwise he's going to drive back over to the IO Guard. So I block his car the best I can here. Look at me trying to get in front of it. So I get in front of his car and I'm like, you need to get out of here, Shadow. We need to get him out of the car. So I throw down a shockwave. Try that first. That doesn't really work there. And I think we can try another shockwave maybe. Hopefully that might do the job. Let's try another one. And it's not exactly working, so I thought, you know what, why don't we just throw these underneath the car, and boom, it goes up into the air, and suddenly the Shadow Henchman, just jumps out. I'm like, you're not having your car back, so I just razz his car way away. And eventually we get the Shadow Henchman in with a lovely shockwave, and he goes straight into the pit. Don't forget, if you guys haven't already, try out the Toybox free-for-all map, which I built for you guys. This is a map with every single item, every single mythic, everything in the game inside of here for free, guys. You don't need to use any gold or anything in here. It's simply you log in, you use like a sandbox, you can use whatever you want and have fun in a free-for-all. All vehicles, all items, all weapons, everything you can dream of in one Fortnite map. That's what's really unique about this map, and I think you guys will absolutely love it. So don't forget to use the code on screen, take a screenshot right now, join into Toybox with your friends, and let me know what you think of it in the comments. The final NPC to get inside the pit was the IO Guard. A lovely shockwave came in and hit the IO Guard perfectly and sent him flying straight into the pit. This was perfect and we were set to go. Now, while this was taking place, unfortunately Balbros, Stash, and Bunker Josie started to fight each other. But luckily enough, Balbros did come victorious in this one. It was a weird one. I don't know why they started to fight early, but sometimes NPCs NPCs do this if they accidentally pick at each other. So Bad Bros took the victory between them three. And then we got the final 7th Sentry in with a lovely shockwave again. He goes straight into the pit, and now every single NPC is inside of here, and the fight was ready to take place. Now the fight goes and starts over on in this corner. We actually sent in the Sacrifice, being the green arrow skin. His job is to trigger the NPCs so they start fighting each other, and you can see straight off the bat, the 7th Sentry goes straight for the IO guard, as well as the Shadow Henchman, and Bad Bros is in the middle of all this. They're having a little fight. Bad Bros is just standing watching. Shadow Henchman goes down over there. There are going to be a few glitches with a few of the eliminations here, just because there's so many NPCs over here. There's over 30 NPCs. Another one goes down there being IO guard. Some of the 7 Sentries are replicas of the 7 members that have actually left the world, because obviously Foundation isn't here. He's left world, same with Visitor. There's replicas of them on the map. That's why you'll see several 7 Sentries fighting each other possibly. Also over here we've got Kyle. We've got 7 Sentry aiming in on Kyle over in this corner over here. We've got Color Team Leader also getting a little bit aggro there. You can see over on that side, Bad Bros is still over there. A few other people also aiming in over there. 7 Sentry moves in over to this side. He's taking on these over here. He's aiming in at Kyle. We've got the big cluster over in this corner. We'll have to zoom in on this cluster and see what's going on. Over on the left side, we've got Color Team Leader, 7 Sentry, and a lot of people jumping around. We've got Bulmer in there, and everyone just chilling in that corner. Big cluster in that corner over there. Huge fire coming in from the 7 Sentry, and he gets taken down. The stronger 7 Sentry. That was the one from Tilted. And over on this side, you can see over on this clip, the cluster was insane. We've got Meowsles firing in. We've got Color Team Leader. Everyone just firing in, and there goes Kyle. Kyle gets taken down. Now inside of the cluster, we've got so many other of the NPCs still alive in here, all aiming at each other. We've got Meowsles aiming in. He does a little emote. He takes down a few there in the cluster, going in with some few extra shots there coming in from Meowsles. Taco also aiming in. That's Guaco, I mean. He's also aiming on the cluster. The cluster's also going in for the henchman on this side. We've got Cuddle Team Leader aiming in with her pistol, trying to get as much firepower off at this possible point over here. We've got Eevee, Origin, loads of people in here. Haven, Beach Bomber. So many people go down over here. That is an insane elimination. We've even got our one and only No Sweat Insurance man, the Underwriter. So the Underwriter's still alive. I'm going to call him No Sweat man for this. We've got Eevee goes down there, and also Haven goes down there as well. So only a few NPCs are left inside of here, but while this was taking place, Mancake, we forgot about him, and we forgot about the scientists as well. So we are bringing them, as well as Darth Vader, while this fight was taking place. They will arrive in a second late to the battle. You can see the battle's still taking place. We've got the Underwriter inside of here. We've got Blackheart moving in as well. We've got Sunbird getting a bit of damage in there. We've got Taco still alive, Meowsles, so many other people here. You can see we've got the Ghost Henchman, the Trespasser. This is so hard to commentate, guys. I'm trying my best to give you guys a full commentary of what's going on. We've got the Underwriter aiming in over there for one of the 7 Sentries, it looked like. We've got the 2 Cuddles over here. We've got the Paradigm still alive. We've got the Meowsles still alive. Taco. You can see the Trespasser over there. And Darth is making his approach slowly over to here. He's having a little bit of issues because Darth just jumped all over. He's not easy to get inside of the pit. And Trespasser does get taken down while that was taking place. We've also even got the Taco that gets eliminated, and Ghost Henchman. They get sniped by the dual Cuddle team. We've got Cuddle Team Leader and Metal Team Leader who take on them. We've still got a few of the 7 Sentries remaining, including the Paradigm over in this corner. You can see they're doing pretty well. And Cryptic's also hiding away in this corner. Guaco is down, who got eliminated before, and Browbos is somewhere. He's just not rendered in. He's in that corner over there. For some reason, he's not rendering in the replay. You can see here we've got the Black Heart skin moving in to approach these over here. Blackheart goes in, he tries and does a bit of damage. We've got Cryptic over there, Paradigm. We've even got some of the 7 Sentries remaining. We've got our Underwriter over here, the No Sweat Insurance man. He's dodging a few of the shots. He now takes on a few of these over here. He's taking on some of the 7 Sentries. The Cuddles are moving out. One of the Cuddle Team Leaders decided to rotate out. We've still got Metal Team Leader in that corner over there. We've got Paradigm taking down the Blackheart skin. Paradigm takes down Blackheart, goes for a little flip. Metal Team Leader aims in on Paradigm, does a little bit of damage to Paradigm there, and actually he's trying to eliminate Paradigm, but it looks like they're jumping around, and Paradigm's trying to take on Metal Team Leader, and I don't know what's going on. Metal Team Leader's made a run for it, and Paradigm just started to do a random dance. You've got Cuddle Team Leader over here. Is Metal Team Leader going to fight that? While that was taking place, we were putting in some of the NPCs we missed, which was Scientist and obviously Panther. They're also going to be in the pit in a second, so they get put in after this. So you can see here, we've still got the fight going on between these. Paradigm gets taken down by Metal Team Leader. Metal Team Leader approaches in over here. Seems Cuddle Team Leader isn't going to be teaming with Metal Team Leader anymore, and they look like they're actually going to be battling each other here. Cuddle Team Leader moving out the way, and while that was taking place, Mancake was getting closer and closer to arrive to the location of the pit. Obviously, we still got a few of the other NPCs to come in, which was Scientists, and which I showed the clips before, but they get added in a little bit later. Here you can see the battle between these is still going on. We've got Metal Team Leader, Cuddle Team Leader, and Metal Team Leader takes down Cuddle Team Leader. We've still got Cryptic over here. It looks like Metal Team Leader is taking a battle with Cryptic over in this corner over here. Who's going to win between these two? And it looks like Metal Team Leader gets taken down. You can see we've still got Cryptic and the No Sweat Insurance Geezer. We've got Mancake going in as well while that's taking place, and No Sweat Insurance Geezer takes down Cryptic, and Darth has arrived. Darth is inside of the pit. You see Darth is going crazy. We've still got the Mancake over here. He goes in. Mancake aiming in with his pistol. He's trying to get Darth in. Darth's a little bit difficult to get in the pit, especially in the short space of time. So we do manage to get Darth in, but he's all over the place. He's jumping all over the place. He's breaking all the walls, making it super difficult for us to manage. Sadly, Darth's just a crazy crazy NPC and a boss that we can't really handle that easily. You can see we've got Bulma over there. We've still got Mancate that's jumped into the pit now. We've still got the No Sweat Insurance man. He's still alive from all the other previous NPCs fight, which is pretty crazy that he's still alive. Darth going in for a jump on all the NPCs in this corner. He goes in for a big swing, does a bunch of damage on all the NPCs. You can see we've still got Scientists remaining. We've still got Panther in this corner. We've got Mancate, and Darth is taking on these last 3 NPCs over here that we've noticed taking into the fight, which is pretty crazy. He takes down Scientists. Panther and Mancate are aiming in on Darth. Mancate's got a little bit extra health than normal NPCs because he's one of them ones you have to duel. Darth then takes down Panther, and Mancate and Darth are now in a 1v1 situation, battling each other. We've still got the No Sweat Insurance geezer, the Underwriter, moving around. You see Mancate's doing a little bit of an emote on Darth. I don't know why. I think he's just celebrating. He's got more shield than Darth. You see then he decides to shoot at Darth. Does a little flip again. I have no idea what this NPC is doing, but he's decided just to keep doing this. Darth is just continuing to swing on Mancate, but only doing a little bit of damage. And Mancate's like, you're just not going to eliminate me. I've still got my shield. Get taken out, Darth. And Mancate takes down Darth Vader with a little emote as well. We've got Bulma over here in this corner on this left side. You can see over here. We've got Mancate on the far side. We've got Mr. No Sweat over there. The Sweat Insurance man. I don't know what his name is. The Underwriter. It's just not the best name for the skin in my opinion. But he's there. He's chilling. He's going crazy. He's taking on the Mancate right now. Mancate is continuing to celebrate after eliminating Darth Vader. We've still got Bulma on this left side over here. Mancate aiming in for the No Sweat Insurance geezer. He's still dancing in this section. We've got No Sweat Insurance. He's doing pretty well. He's doing all right. He's managing to hold up between all these fights. You see, Mancate, I don't know what he's doing. He's just glitching out, I think, after eliminating Darth. He's just so happy. Bulma's also going for a little dance. She's pretty happy as well. It looks like the No Sweat man does not want any of this. He is taking them down. The Underwriter aiming in on Mancate. The storm is now approaching. This is how long this has taken. We haven't got long to pull it off, so we've managed to get it all running as best we can. And you can see Bulma gets taken down there. We've got Mancate versus the No Sweat guy. The No Sweat geezer is moving in. The Underwriter trying his best to take on the Mancate here in this 1v1 situation. Who is going to win? Is it going to be Mancate or is it going to be the Underwriter? And it looks like it is the Underwriter with no scene or show of the death of the Mancate due to the storm glitch. And the Underwriter gets the victory royale. That was insane.